Hey guys, Richard here with CRG Games, and I am back today with the fourth Time Spiral Remastered box opening. And I kind of want to do things a little bit differently today. Um, Basically skipping all of the commons and uncommons, and hopefully the tokens as well. And I hope I don't mess this up, but I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. This is kind of what I did for Modern Horizons 2 collector boosters when I first got them. What was that, last year? Basically, I didn't want to go through all the commons and uncommons, so I kind of did, I think what they do with Pokemon cards is you open the packs, and we'll take this out and take out the two rares. And then do that with all the packs, flip them over, and see what kind of hits we get. I kind of find that exciting. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a scratch off. I think two should be good, but sometimes I think there's a third one, so I might actually go 1, 2. And then the third one, just in case. And then at the end, after I get all these cracked, we'll flip these over, and hopefully get a a bunch of foil ponders and thought seizes and those kind of things. I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, I'm actually doing this raw. Now that I think about it, I need to do the token over here, and then the first card there, and then the following two there, just in case. And my cat is now playing with the packs as I drop them on the floor. Alright, 1, 2, and 1. So I did get the other three boxes. I got those all sorted, not alphabetically yet, but I did sort them by color. It didn't really take all that long. I know that I estimated that I would probably take about 7 hours to do all this, or maybe a little bit more, but I actually don't think it's going to take that long at all. Part of that is because there are less variants of cards in this set. I mean, you have, common, uncommon, rare, then you've got special, non-basic land, artifact, and multicolor. That's really the only variants in this set. So I believe the total number of cards is something like 431. It shouldn't really take a long time to enter those into a spreadsheet. I'm not going to run these through the scanner just because the scanner, and I use the Fujitsu ScanSnap. It's a known issue where when you run them through, even though the rollers are rubber, they can tend to leave lines on the back of the card. Now, they're very faint, and the way you get around that is actually by taping the ridges. You can use like painter's tape or just, like regular masking tape or packing tape. Anything that's generally not rough in texture. You can tape those ridges down. That solves that problem mostly. But I just don't want to risk it, especially when you've got cards upwards of $200 in this set, especially foils. Foils will tend to not provide enough grip on the rollers. So what can happen is it can kind of get stuck, and I've done this before with some not expensive cards. The card will get stuck in the roller, and it'll just spin, and it will cause damage to the card. So while the scanning software works really great, the scanning hardware works really great, you got to be very careful, and you got to be kind of choosy with what you use them for. Generally, I would only use them for maybe commons and uncommons. That way, if you have those you know, very light lines. It's not on something that's gonna, you know, make or break you. On some cards, the difference between near mint and LP can be pretty high. If it's super in demand, I generally see that spread be a little bit smaller because it doesn't really matter. People just want to play the card. But if it's something you're going to be collecting, then it really does matter whether or not your card is, you know, near mint or light played or damaged or whatever. So those last couple boxes, I set some cards aside. I think I set 33 cards aside that were some of the more valuable ones. I know there are ones in the main stack that I need to do as well. But in 33 cards, I had a market price of just under $500. Now, these boxes were just over $250. They were $254 a piece. After Amazon cash back, we're looking at about $241. So I'm gonna have to make up a pretty substantial amount in all the what I guess I would consider bulk rares. Anything under $10 basically. I did not count, and I'm sure I missed some because I know there were some pact of negations in there. But I'm gonna have to make up, you know, $300 or $400 in the commons and uncommons, and I think that's really doable. There's a lot of great cards in this set. The commons and uncommons aren't crazy, but some of the foil versions can be worth, you know, upwards of $10. Not that there's a whole lot of them that I pulled, but you never know. So this video should end up being a little bit shorter than the other ones. I've got, wow, that card is, look at the back on that thing. That is heavily off-center. I'll be interested to see what that card is. All right. I'm so used to flipping these immediately that I keep almost, you know, catching myself flipping them over instantly. Some of these tokens got a little bit of value as well. I'm hoping there's some bear tokens in here. I don't know if you guys saw it today, but there's a new secret lair. And there's a card that a lot of people really seem to like. Myself included, I really want one of these. It's called Bearscape. The art is fantastic. And it's just really cool. It's something definitely new. I was actually surprised when I saw it, but it makes sense. You know, the Magic community is extremely diverse. So I think it's kind of cool that we have cards that can, you know, give some representation to people of all different walks of life. And I'm cool with that. That's the cool thing about Magic, is it brings people to the table. And it doesn't matter who you are. You just, you know, like the game. Everybody, we share a, you know, a common, you know, a common like here. All right, so almost done. Got one pack left after this one, and then we're going to start flipping. I can't tell what any of these are. I don't know if there's any foils or... I thought I would kind of be able to tell. Maybe these curved ones a little bit. Maybe that's a foil. Nope. Creating little bitty pieces of trash there. All right, last pack. We got 2 and 1. I believe that'll do it. The stack of commons and uncommons and stuff here is huge. So we're going to go through this pack first, or this stack first, because this may not all be rares. So we're going to zoom in a little bit here. And let's see what we get. All right, so we'll start off with a Glittering Wish. This is an uncommon and a common. Nice slaughter pack there. So if there are any rares in here, that means it was a 3 rare pack, I do believe. A Mythic Living End. And a Walk the Eons, kind of cool. Extirpate. Man, there's a good bit of rares in here. There's a Crovax and a Rada and a Dryad Arbor. So those three, you know, wherever those are at in the stack, those are probably pretty good. Fingers crossed. All right, Brine Elemental. There's a Teferi, Mage of Zalfir, Stuffy Doll, and Hivestone. So that was interesting. There was a good bit of rares in there. There should not be any rares in this big stack. Now we get to what I'm assuming is the good stuff, all the rares, and mythics and foils and all that stuff. So we're starting off with a foil Walk the Eons. Very nice. And that appears to be damaged. I don't know if you can see there. But there, yeah, you can see right there in the top right corner, there's some scuffing or something in that card. It's kind of unfortunate. We've got a Manifold Key, Draw New, Lich Lord, Sorcerer's Spyglass. That is a common, okay. Disdainful Stroke, Consuming Aberration, and Ith. I think he's $4 or $5. Eternal Witness. I've not pulled a Thoughtseize yet, and nor have I pulled a Chalice of the Void, which I'm really hoping to get at least one. Oh, I already revealed it there. Vandal Blast and a foil retro Consuming Aberration. We'll set that aside. Got a Leyline of the Void. First Slime Foot so far. A foil Sliver Legion. Now, Sliver Legion is in the mid $20 range, I believe. So the foils probably get a little bit of a premium on that, maybe $5, $10. All right, so we got a Jaya Ballard, a Tali. I'm actually surprised this Tali is worth a couple dollars, and this must have been the one. This one's pretty off-center on the front. It's not too bad on the back. Thrag Tusk, I remember that card back in the day. Tombstalker. Another Draw New Lich Lord. Alicia. Oh, we got a foil. Two-headed Sliver. Dang, it's a common. We'll get that out of here. Alright, we got Nature's Claim. Our first Urborg of the pack. Or the box. That's a good one. Beast Whisperer. Mystic Confluence. Choose 3. Nice. Kind of a heavy casting cost, but Mystic Sanctuary. Chroma. Read the Bones. So we did pull a foil Read the Bones. I believe that was around $30, which is a very nice pull. Flagstones. And Evolutionary Leap. Oh. Monastery Swift Spear. I think that's from, was it Dragons at Tarkir? Watcher Slipper, that is a common there. Tolaria West. Trigon. Man, where are all the foils? Ethereal Armor. Dune Rider Outlaw, that is that's an uncommon. Nice mirror entity there. Reflex Sliver, another common. Master of the Pearl Trident. Rebuff the Wicked. I didn't expect to see any commons in here. I thought I did that right. Repeal. There's our first pack. That's about $12. Dismember. We can always use those. Very off-center. That must have been the one that had a very off-center back. Yeah. So this Dismember is shifted a lot. And it looks like that dot there appears to be one of those little spots where it's like missing ink or something like that, or something was in the layer and it didn't get ink there, I think. Alright, Lotus Bloom, Exquisite Firecraft, Care Keep. It's the first one of those I got. Alright, Rexage, another off-center card. Draining Welk, little ding on the top. That's Rats, Cloud Key, a Dovin's Veto. It's a good hit. Harmonic Sliver, Magus of the Moon, I want to say is about 12 bucks, I think it is. Gary, Hedron Archive, Kavu Primarch, and a Grenzo Dungeon Warden. Oh, there's another one. Just a common. Veiling Oddity. So I think this box was probably a little bit on the weak side. Got a lot of great rares here. I don't think there's anything crazy in here. Probably a lot of, you know, not zero, but $1 to $10 cards or less. The pack is about 10 bucks, I believe. Magus of the Moon is about 10 bucks. Urborg is close to 30. Consuming Aberration, I'm not 100% certain. I think I pulled one of those yesterday, and it was only, it might have been $2 or $3. I believe that was really cheap. Sliver Legion, on the other hand, we're going to put that in the sleeve right now. This is probably the most expensive card that came out of this box. We want to make sure that it stays in pristine condition. So this will go in a sealable sleeve. And there we go. Sliver Legion foil. Very nice. And then all the cards out of the first pack, or sorry, the first stack. I don't think there's anything crazy in here. Yeah, Rada, Dryad Arbor is probably $5-6 bucks. Living End might be a couple dollars. Walk the Eons. I'm not 100% certain about Walk the Eons, but we'll take a look at that later. So that has been box 4. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will have 2 more boxes coming. I have one on the way. Apparently it's in the mail somewhere, so it hasn't arrived yet. And these will be coming in the next couple of days, and then I'll get all this stuff together, do the financial analysis, and we'll find out if we had a boom or a bust, I guess. So until next time, take care.